struggle? Go with the flow of things and you will find yourself at one with the mysterious unity of the universe. The effect of life in society is to complicate and confuse our existence, making us forget who we really are by causing us to become obsessed with what we are not. The perfect man uses his mind as a mirror. It grasps nothing, it regrets nothing, it receives, but it does not keep. Perfect happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. Words exist because of meaning. Once you've gotten the meaning, you can forget the words. A frog in a well cannot conceive of the ocean. The wise man knows that it is better to sit on the banks of a remote mountain stream than to be emperor of the whole world. A path is made by walking on it. We cling to our own point of view as though everything depended on it, yet our opinions have no permanence. Like autumn and winter, they gradually pass away. Flow with whatever may happen and let your mind be free. Stay centered by accepting whatever you are doing. This is the ultimate. When people do not ignore what they should ignore, but ignore what they should not ignore, this is known as ignorance. Your preciousness lies in your essence. It cannot be lost by anything that happens. Birth is not a beginning, death is not an end. There is existence without limitation. There is continuity without a starting point. If the way is made clear, it is not the way. Do not seek fame. Do not make plans. Do not be absorbed by activities. Do not think that you know. Be aware of all that is and dwell in the infinite. Wander where there is no path. Be all that heaven gave you, but act as though you have received nothing. Be empty, that is all. Once upon a time I dreamt I was a butterfly, fluttering hither and thither, to all intents and purposes, a butterfly. I was conscious only of my happiness as a butterfly, unaware that I was myself. Soon I awaked, and there was, veritably, myself again. Now I do not know whether I was then a man dreaming I was a butterfly, or whether I am now a butterfly dreaming I am a man. Rewards and punishments are the lowest form of education. Great knowledge sees all in one. Small knowledge breaks down into the many. Let your mind wander in the pure and simple. Be one with the infinite. Let all things take their course. Take care of your body, then the rest will automatically become stronger. The sound of water says what I think. We are born from a quiet sleep, and we die to a calm awakening. When an archer shoots for enjoyment, he has all his skill. When he shoots for a brass buckle, he gets nervous. And when he shoots for a prize of gold, he begins to see two targets. Silence and non-action are the root of all things. When the shoe fits, the foot is forgotten. When the belt fits, the belly is forgotten. When the heart is right, for and against are forgotten. No drives, no compulsions, no needs, no attractions. Then your affairs are under control. You are a free man. Let your mind wander in simplicity. Blend your spirit with the vastness. Follow along with things the way they are and make no room for personal views. Then the world will be governed. In a river mist, if another boat knocks against yours, you might yell at the other fellow to stay clear. But if you notice then that it's an empty boat, adrift with nobody aboard, you stop yelling. When you discover that all the others are drifting boats, there's no one to yell at. And when you find out you are an empty boat, there's no one to yell. My opinion is that you never find happiness until you stop looking for it. Look at this window. It is nothing but a hole in the wall, but because of it, the whole room is full of light. So when the faculties are empty, the heart is full of light. When he tries to extend his power over objects, those objects gain control of him. He who is controlled by objects loses possession of his inner self. Prisoners in the world of object, they have no choice but to submit to the demands of matter. They are pressed down and crushed by external forces, fashion, the market, events, public opinion. Never in a whole lifetime do they recover their right mind. What a pity. Flow with whatever may happen and let your mind be free. Never admire a man by his strength. Judge him in how he uses it. A way is made by walking it. He who dreams does not know he is dreaming. Only when he awakens does he know he has dreamt. But there is also the great awakening, and then we see that everything here is nothing but a great dream. Of course, the fools believe that they are already awake. What foolishness! Confucius and you, both of you, are dreams, and I, who tell you this, am also a dream. Verily, God does not reward man for what he does, but for what he is. The fish trap exists because of the fish. Once you've gotten the fish, you can forget the trap. The rabbit snare exists because of the rabbit. Once you've gotten the rabbit, you can forget the snare. Words exist because of meaning. Once you've gotten the meaning, you can forget the words. Where can I find a man who has forgotten the words so I can talk with him? To be truly ignorant, be content with your own knowledge. Breathing control gives man strength, vitality, inspiration, and magic powers. Those who follow the Tao are of clear mind. They do not load their mind with anxieties and are flexible in their adjustment to external conditions. Men do not mirror themselves in running water, they mirror themselves in still water. Only what is still can still the stillness of other things. If you have insight, you use your inner eye, your inner ear, to pierce to the heart of things and have no need of intellectual knowledge. Those that think that wealth is the proper thing for them cannot give up their revenues. Those that seek distinction cannot give up the thought of fame. Those that cleave to power cannot give the handle of it to others. While they hold their grasp of those things, they are afraid of losing them. When they let them go, they are grieved, and they will not look at a single example from which they might perceive the folly of their restless pursuits. Such men are under the doom of heaven. I am going to try speaking some reckless words, and I want you to try to listen recklessly. The greatest tragedy that can befall a person is the atrophy of his mind. Your mind must become one. Do not try to understand with your ears, but with your heart. Indeed, not with your heart, but with your soul. Why don't you try wandering with me to the palace of not even anything? The eye is a menace to clear sight. The ear is a menace to subtle hearing. The mind is a menace to wisdom. Every organ of the senses is a menace to its own capacity. Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy. That knowledge which stops at what it does not know is the highest knowledge. Do not let the artificial obliterate the natural. Do not let will obliterate destiny. Do not let virtue be sacrificed to fame.